Yeah, what if it was just like a...
I ain't no altar boy. I ain't no yes man. No, no. You ain't no God of mine. No, I don't need your blessings to save me. When you thought that I was done, you ain't seen nothing yet. Walk that wire, start that fire, burn it down, yeah. You ain't seen nothing yet. I go harder, let the sun burn, feel me now. You ain't seen nothing yet. I got this storm in my head, a forest fire in my chest. Look at the time on the clock, man, I'm gonna sleep when I'm dead. Whether you're ready or not, I'm rolling in like a train off the tracks, coming at you. You ain't seen nothing yet. Walk that wire, start that fire, burn it down, yeah. You ain't seen nothing yet. I go harder, let the sun feel me now. You ain't seen nothing yet. My heart, my soul, my fight, my appetite won't stop, won't quit. I come back every time. My heart, my soul, my fight, my appetite won't stop, won't quit. I come back every time. My heart, my soul, my fight, my appetite won't stop, won't quit. I come back every time. You ain't seen nothing yet. Walk that wire, start that fire, burn it down. Oh yeah, you ain't seen nothing yet. I go harder, let the sun feel me now, feel me now. You ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Happy Friday, October 7th, 2022. It's another great day in the USA, baby. It's Chris and Mark with the NWA Exchange Podcast, the only podcast you need to know everything about Bella Vista and beyond. We got a great show for you tonight. Let's get into this. What's going on, buddy?
You came out hot, man.
I'm coming in hot like a firecracker.
Happy Friday, man. It's we're finally starting to get a little bit more cooler weather, man. Highs in the low 80s and overnight in the high 40s, low 50s. It's getting nice, but I'm fighting allergies, man.
Dude,
That's
man,
all.
we need some rain. We need some rain just to cut down. We went out to the pumpkin patch over the weekend. I think it was Sunday we went out there. And bro, I'm telling you, man, with lack of rain and riding on a hayride, going through the haunted forest.
Dust everywhere, man.
Dude, I was coughing up half the farm for like 3 days, man. I took half the farm with me back home, man. The dust, the ragweed. We need some rain, man. I don't know what Joe Biden needs to do to send a hurricane our way. Just some remnants of a hurricane. But come on, man. You're in charge of global warming, man. Give us some rain over here, brother.
Isn't that the truth, man? Hey, and the thing is, man, still a burn ban in place, man.
Yeah, I know. That's odd that we have a burn ban this late
October,
in the year.
man. Yeah. So we do need some.
Who knows,
rain.
man? We might have blizzard conditions by Halloween. You know, I possibly, maybe. I don't know anymore, man. I don't know what's going on in the world. I'm just living in it, man. This is your world. I'm just living in it.
I'm with you there too, man. So, hey, I want to give you a brief update. What's going on in Northwest Arkansas?
Heck yeah, man.
Square to Square bicycle ride. This one is going from Bentonville to Fayetteville. Earlier this spring.
You didn't say it properly, though, man.
What's that?
Squaw to squaw. You got to throw it out like it's like a throw. Squaw to squaw. We got to throw that down like that, right? The square to square. Square to square.
So it's taking place this Saturday, October 8th. So they're going to go from Bentonville to Fayetteville. So it's going to start in Lawrence Plaza in Bentonville and finish up in Walker Park in Fayetteville. So you can pick up your packets tomorrow or today. You can pick those up. If you haven't, you can wait until you go out there tomorrow and do it. So it should be a good time. I mean, they had a great turnout last time in the spring. If you feel like you don't want to go back in the other direction from Fayetteville back to Bentonville after the race is over, there are shuttle buses available.
They'll shuttle your butt back? Man, oh my goodness, man. You could be a lazy biker.
$10 per rider, man. That's pretty good, man. You know, so
considering gas prices, that's really good, man.
Yeah, they should they'll get some good weather, so it should be a good time for the people out there biking, and that's a pretty good trip, man. On the Razorback Greenway there, you know, it's not that bad of a bike ride, you know.
No, the Greenway, dude. I mean, like, I really enjoy riding the Greenway. The only problem I have with the Greenway from riding from Bentonville, outside of Bentonville right now, is there's so much construction, right?
Yeah.
And you run the risk of losing the Greenway because you're having to divert around it. And then we were doing this over in Rogers. We started out, what is that little plaza where I think there's like a dental, and I think like Krabby's was over there at one point. But there's like that, and there's a church over there right next to Three Cross Church area. We started there out of that parking lot. We started riding. I think we were trying to do the Rogers Railway Green Trail, but we lost it, man. Like there was not clear markings, and we ended up like booking it up like side streets, and then we made it back to Pinnacle Hills Mall, and then we were like, okay, let's cross over here by Chuck E. Cheese because we know the trail's on the backside of Chuck E. Cheese, right? And so booked through the Taco Bell's parking lot, which was a little smoother than trying to bail through Chuck E. Cheese, and got back to our cars. But I mean, like, that's what I'm saying. With all the construction, it's easy to get lost on the Greenway right now, and there's a ton of construction in Bentonville going on right now.
For sure, man, for sure. Hey, keeping with the bike theme right now, the Trailblazers are going to be holding a public meeting to discuss the Razorback and Blowing Springs Greenways extension projects. The Razorback extension project is the one that's running behind Allen's and up through Burksdale, and you're of the Blowing Springs one that'll wrap.
I'm excited about that, man. I mean, if like it'd be so nice to hop on there. Like right now, our current conditions, we're not, and we have a young child, so we're not like ready to send the kid out on a one wheel, you know, a quarter mile down the road to hit the greenway, right?
Yeah.
But if the greenway's there, then like if they do expand that, I equate it to like this: it's a sidewalk, right?
Yeah, it
like
is.
Bella
It is.
Vista doesn't have
You can walk.
sidewalks, right?
You can still walk.
This
or
is
bike,
a safe place for somebody to ride a bike or a one
Right.
wheel or a PEV or walk without
Yeah.
getting run over by a car.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm all for it.
I mean, I know the golfers are upset about the whole Birksdale thing, but that ship sailed, man. So if you wanted to check out and learn a little bit more about what's going on with it, Tuesday, October 18th, meeting is for 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. So most people are still working. Be at the Gary.
Do you think you'll be able to attend that one for us, man? I think I will not be able to attend that.
18th. I don't know. I'll have to check.
Okay.
I'll have to check that schedule.
We'll find somebody, though. We'll find somebody to attend on behalf of the people that want sidewalks in Bella Vista.
Yeah, for sure. So, hey, Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue, as you know, was originally in Fayetteville. Now it's tomorrow's the last day of that. So Saturday, October 8th. It's been running since the 5th. So I know you used to go a lot, man, to Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue.
I did, man. When I was in Fayetteville and I was younger, and I normally I think one of the pictures. No, that picture has since gone along the wayside. It's been taken down, and the old American flag's back up there with the guitars nowadays. But we had just a let's just effing ride, because everybody would like kind of congregate in downtown Fayetteville, and I always tried to do a breakaway ride.
Right.
like let's get out and actually enjoy the Ozarks. I mean, if you're coming here to visit and you're driving 6 to 12 hours up here to hang out for the rally, and I'll put together a route. And I used to do that with my friends, man. But all my friends got old and or retired, and or didn't want to ride anymore. And man, I hope this mic's working. Yeah, it is working. But gotta check those things every now and then. But it's like, I've relegated myself to probably solo riding or riding with a small group of like-minded individuals. And but with the way drivers act these days, man, it's not even an enjoyable experience. And it's like, I've noticed this over the past couple of years, ever since like COVID and stuff. People are just like, they got no respect for human life, man. And I mean, they will actively ride your butt on a motorcycle. And it's like, dude, I'm fine on a not high volume weekend to go out and ride and stuff. But like this weekend right here, I mean, like, I think with them moving the venue to Rogers, the amount of traffic that we have in Bentonville and Rogers, the amount of other activities that are happening in Northwest Arkansas, it's just a recipe to, for somebody to get clipped on a bike. And I really hope that everybody is safe and very aware. But we got some nut jobs in this world, man, these days. I mean, like, I'm driving to Harps tonight, man, and somebody's just riding my booty, man. I'm like, dude, I'm doing the speed limit, man, but you just want to push me down the road. I'm so sick of this. I'm so sick. Like, if you're in that big of a hurry, are you in that big of a hurry to take my life? Are you in that big of a hurry to get yourself into an accident? Are you in that big of a hurry to hit a deer and cream yourself, right? Whenever, I mean, I'm sorry, we're displacing deer in Northwest Arkansas. We're displacing them at a rapid pace, and so they're running into traffic, right?
Yeah, totally agree with you.
Slow your butts down. It's not that important, I mean, like, slow your butts down is all I gotta say. I'm sick of it, dude. I'm tired of people riding my butt. I'm not a slow poke. I'm not a slow poke by any means, man.
Yeah. So the 4-day event, man, is supposed to bring about 300,000 people into Rogers. I'd like to know how.
Well, that's projected because of based off of Fayetteville numbers. So we'll just have to see what the numbers actually pan out to be with them moving it.
Right, and they've had good weather, so I'm hoping that there'll be a pretty good turnout for them. I'm sure a lot of the small businesses and what have you in Fayetteville are probably pissed off about it, which they should be, but It is
No,
what it is.
well, that falls right down to your city council and your city elected leaders in Fayetteville. If you're ticked, I mean, I know bar owners, prominent bars.
Yep.
This was their money making weekend, but they got greedy, man. The city of Fayetteville got greedy. The city of Fayetteville was no longer welcoming the bikers.
Yep.
They haven't been for several years, man. And so, man, take that up with your residents, man. You don't want some bikers coming in and like, oh, the noise is so loud, But yeah, Becky's dog isn't loud at all throughout the whole damn year. Whatever, man. You didn't want it. Rogers did the right thing and accepted it.
Right.
Because the rally had, over the past, I want to say 5 years, the rally's been branching out anyway. There's stuff going on in Eureka. There's stuff going on in Fort Smith. There's stuff going on up in Missouri, man.
Right.
And that's what, like, bikers come to ride the roads. The culture of, like, going to a bar and singing karaoke or listening to bands and having a few beers, that's one aspect of it. But most people that I know are coming here to ride the roads. They say that Northwest Arkansas, it's just like the bike, the mountain bike trails. Northwest Arkansas is a gem because of our natural beauty, winding roads that cut through these, and I'm talking about like old school state highways. Like if you've never been down old 71, through to Van Buren, you've never been down there, or was it Alma? Maybe it's Alma, Arkansas. Yeah. You take that sucker from like Eureka or Highway 23, the pig trail, right? Take Highway 23 all the way down, man, from Eureka Springs to Alma, Arkansas. You'll be like, man, this is beautiful. Or Ozark. Actually, 23 cuts you out on Ozark, Altus, Ozark area. So but it's a beautiful, especially during the fall time. Driving in the car is still beautiful. Get out there and enjoy this beauty that we have in our state.
Yeah.
Get out.
Totally agree.
Well, I don't know. Spend a little money on gas. Might have to spend like the college tuition on gas. But you know what? It's still a beautiful drive. You've enjoyed it. You've experienced it at least once in your life. But doing it on a motorcycle, next level. It's next level, man.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Sorry, I'm going on a tangent. Sorry.
That's okay. Hey, Flee in the Park started today. It's going to finish up Saturday, October 8th. Going to run from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. So it'll be in Blowing Springs there in Bella Vista. So I think it's third annual one.
They started setting up. I was rolling through there yesterday for just on a one wheel, and they started having tents set up and stuff. So they're getting busy, and I think that I did see a post about bike access parking being blocked. So if you're a avid mountain biker, they need the additional parking for Flee in the Park. So that parking area outside of Blowing Springs may or may not be closed. I saw that too.
Well, keep that in mind.
A little bonus information for you.
Yeah. Oktoberfest, man. This is what I love. Oktoberfest Beer Festival, October 15th. Butterfield Stage in Rogers, downtown Rogers, starting at 2 p.m. General admission's $50. VIP access would get you there, I guess, an hour earlier for $60. Now, I don't know. Is this all you can...
Is that you can just like get extra drunk for an extra $10, man? Like
over this. If this is $50, man.
Here, let's see what the ticket information says. General admission, $50.
I think it's all you can drink, buddy.
Is it all you can drink? Really?
Yeah. You go to each.
I could probably drink $60 worth of beer in a freaking day, man. You let me in at 1 p.m. I'm not leaving. What time does it close?
It doesn't say. I bet it's like 6:30 or 7.
Man, I think I could I could bankrupt them, man.
But I tell you what, man, the weather's going to be perfect for that in downtown Rogers. I mean, it's going to be beautiful. It's just going to be beautiful.
The real question is are they going to be serving the beer in boots?
Yeah, right.
Das Boot. You gotta drink Das Boot, right? Like, for it to count, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
You've never seen Beer Fest. Look it up on the internet webs. You'll find some of it, man.
Yeah, so that should be a good, go check that out, man. I kind of want to check that out, and it's the 15th is Saturday.
15th is Saturday. I might.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we could pipe out there.
That would be cool. Every week we try to bring you the Budget Busters box 10. Man.
Frugal Fridays, baby. I'm coining this stuff. Frugal Fridays, all right? We got somebody else pulling off something called Wacky Wednesday. We're doing Frugal Fridays, all right? That's how we roll over here, right? We're going to bring you the real deal, information, news, and inflation.
We're
buster
trying to help
deals,
the masses,
man.
man. Everybody's in the same boat. You got to save money right now. So
I'm throwing one out. I'm going to preempt you, though. All right.
Okay,
so I was
ahead,
up at the Harps, and man, I had to take a picture of this, and it was just a black and white printout. But they got the Super Saturday meat sale going on, man.
Yeah, what we got?
Super Saturday. They got
T-bones, $5.95 a pound, man. Nice.
I can get down with that.
Yeah.
Some chili beef, right? I always say that, man. Like chili beef. That's chili beef right there, man. You want some fat in your chili. But the bone-in pork butt, $1.68 a pound. That's a pretty good deal right there, man.
Yeah.
And so there are options. The best option though on this whole chart, man, I want to say is the pork ribs and the bacon. Look at that package of bacon, man. $3.60. Dude, I haven't seen a $3.68 package of bacon in forever, man. It's like $9-10. Bacon just went through the roof. I should have invested in bacon,
Right. Yeah, Belly's prices are just crazy. Yeah.
But that's my contribution to, the public, the general public, man. Get out there and get you some of that. And it's all day, man. You can wake up hungover and still get out there and get you some freaking cheap ass bacon and make a BLT, man.
It looks good to me. I'm all over those T-bones at $5.95 a pound, man.
Yep.
Hey, box 10 Budget Buster. It started on 10/5. It's going to end up on October 11th, so that'll bring you to next Tuesday. So boneless whole New York strips, $4.55 a pound. Great deal, man. I mean, it's unbelievable. Bone-in center cut chops, $1.66 a pound. 80/20 ground beef, $2.50 a pound. Chicken drumsticks, 95 cents a pound.
I love me some. Dude, that's a great deal on them drumsticks too, man. Because I love me some drumsticks, dude.
Yeah.
Big old fatty, like you can get down with them party wings, right? But I like me like a really good freaking meaty wing.
Oh yeah,
drumstick, dude, that's the best, dude.
Yeah,
the best.
I totally agree with you, man. So, hey, people are battling. Gas prices continue to go up, man, and I was going through gas because I'm like, man, it's up 20-30 cents. So I started going online and I found this link called Gas Buddy, man.
Oh, you haven't been using Gas Buddy app?
I used it a long time ago, and I used to use another app that had it was another search that had for beer prices of beer. I would find the
Beer Buddy.
I forgot what it was called, but it was within a 5-mile radius of you put your address, and it'll give you the lowest price, and you could actually type in what beer you wanted. It would let you know exactly what supermarket.
Wow. I gotta find that app, dude. For real.
So the
Gas Buddy's a good app, though, man. It really is.
Yeah. So people are, with the way these gas prices are going on, people aren't making adjustments right away. So you could see variances of 20, 30, 40 cents a gallon, dude.
Yeah.
So
and you can pipe it in with diesel prices as well and try to find a diesel, the cheapest. I use this when I travel, especially in the RV, right? Because like diesel freaking went up over the past couple of years. Diesel is just redonkulous, right?
Yeah.
Gas is redonkulous. Let's just admit it, man. We went from energy independence and really great fuel prices that we haven't seen in decades to this crap again. I don't know what the cause is. I really don't. Yeah. Not going to speculate on what the cause is because, the overlords of the interwebs may take us down if we speculate. But what I'm going to say is this is a great app. This is a great opportunity for you to save a little coin. You might drive a few miles, right? But at the end of the day, if I drive 3 more miles for cheaper fuel, hey, dude, it saved me $1. Driving that 3, it saved me $1. And $1 is $1, man. $1 is $1.
And I was looking at that link, and it has you can have you can put your make, model, vehicle in there and the trip, and it'll just calculate.
It'll help you out. Yeah, that's where we factored in the RV trips and stuff to figure out how much it's going to cost us, and then figure out how much the RV site's going to cost us, and how many days we're going to be there. And it helps you budget, man.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah, for sure, man.
And I think you're going to see I mean, honestly, Mark, I think what we ought to do is a proactive effort, right? Because OPEC started doing some stuff this week with regulating the amount of production, oil production, everything else. They're dropping the amount of barrels that they're going to allow oil producers to produce and stuff. And so I bet you'll see a direct correlation with what they're doing this month and the fuel prices. And
no doubt.
It's unprecedented that fuel prices are this high and they're going up. They're not going down, especially when November's right around the corner. I don't know. Tells me that maybe, U.S. ain't got no respect no more. Just maybe. I don't know.
We're getting there. So, hey, just a reminder again, I know we talk about this, is City Council work session. It's going to be October. So the City Council
back on deck is?
Again, the short-term rentals, going to go back through the whole process again for those two proposals that really didn't do anything. And my understanding is, I think Woe said that the following Monday, that was at the 24th of October, we're going to have
the first reading, right?
Well,
or second reading. It would be the second reading if they
solid copy is what I'm being told, but. Who knows?
I don't know. I feel like playing an anthem song at the work session. Like maybe I'll show up with my Bluetooth speaker. Just be like, when Fowler starts opening his mouth, I'm just gonna be like, "Here I go again on my own, going down the road." Like the guy's pushing something up. Like, let's back the bus up, man. Back the bus up, dog.
I can only handle
man.
So much
You're trying to pioneer this on your own. Use the talent, use the input from all of the constituents, not just your constituents or the two people that you talk to, right?
Right.
And let's do this the right way, man.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, you got your deal lined up, man, with whoever is pulling the strings. You're gonna be out of here in a year, bro. Trust me, you've shown your butt enough. You're going to be out of here in a year, right?
Yeah.
Just table this. Let the new mayor handle business.
Right. Totally agree with you, Chris.
I mean, dude,
so we'll see,
for real.
We'll see what happens. I mean, it should be interesting to see both those, the work session and an actual meeting. So we'll see what happens.
Hey, I forgot to do a public service announcement for our biggest fan, our only fan that we have, the biggest fan of them all. We also have copyright notices on our stuff. I just wanted to make you aware of that, right? Because I'm not afraid of going down that road if you want to go down that road, but you really need to have a legal understanding of fair use. If you're really going to post fair use, you really need to have a legal understanding of fair use. Just saying it though, do what you got to do. I'm going to do what I got to do. That's for my biggest fan and probably my only fan. But I love you. I love you. Jesus loves you. I love you. We're all good, right?
And that segues me into the Testicle Festival.
That's right, because we got balls. We got the biggest balls of them all. The Testicle Festival is right around the corner, y'all. You got to make sure you got to get out there.
Yeah, October 21st to 23rd, and I'm seeing signs everywhere. So,
dude, it's starting to it's morphing into its own thing, man.
We really
people. I think we got to try to make it out there, bro.
That's gonna be
we should reach out to the organizers and just be like, can we camp at the Testicle Festival? Like, what are the dates on that again?
21st through the 23rd.
Dude, the RV is gonna need the RV is gonna be fresh back from storage, hanging out over here at the house for at least 7 days, according to city policy. So, hey, look, buddy, it's 7 days before and 7 days after a trip. So if you come over here and cite me again, you should have already done your re-inspection, by the way. You notice the bus ain't here, but the fun bus may make it out there. Dude. We might have to figure that one out. We'll figure that one out,
cool.
brother.
That would be cool.
That might be fun.
Hey, we talked about this last week. Nothing better. I love candy, man. Trunk or treats taking place Monday, October 31st, 5 to 6:30
Yeah, we're gonna cover all the trunk or treaters. We're gonna try to compile the massive list, and we're gonna just do like a montage of where you can go.
Churches, right? Yep. You said that before. Yep. So, yeah, we'll put that together for you. First United Methodist Church right now is located at 20 Boyce Drive. They're gonna have theirs from 5 to 6:30 p.m. the 31st, and there'll be more forthcoming, right?
Yep, Bella Vista Lutheran's doing theirs on the 31st. I believe it starts at 4:30. I will confirm that information. I believe there's like several other churches that do it too. Yeah. Like that's why I said I think we should hold on this and just compile the list and just be like, go get free candy.
Yeah.
Go get free candy. Go have fun.
Yep. I remember when I was a kid, I love trick or treat and just a little different flip, but hey, you know what, man? It's candy. So I don't care.
Dude, I can remember back in the day, man, the parents being like, don't eat any candy until we inspect it, right? And like we were like, are we gonna die if we eat this? Because we're tired and cold.
Yeah.
I hope you don't. If you die, I'm gonna tell them what you ate. Okay. All right. I'll tell them what you. What are you eating? I'm eating a freaking Snickers. What are you eating? I'm eating a Twizzler. All right, man. Do you remember where you got? What house you got it? No, not a clue, man. Okay, well, none of this really matters. Just eat your Snickers and Twizzlers, man.
Right. Watch out for the razor blades.
Yes.
You know.
If it hurts, if it hurts when you bite into it, there's a problem.
Yeah. For sure. So hey, let's take a break and we'll get into the topics, man.
Sir. That sounds like a plan, Stan. We'll be right back with a video from I don't know. We'll figure this out.
All right.
It must be the way I walk. It must be the way I talk. You know I got something to say, and I can keep going for days. Yeah, call me up if you need a little sauce, baby. Follow me if you get a little lost. I'ma put the money in the toll on the road. You gotta pay the cost to be the boss. Boss up, come on, boss up. Come on, boss up. Come on, boss up. Never been down on my luck, boss up. Come on, boss up. Come on, boss up. Come on, boss up. Never been down on my luck, Nah, 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 nah. Nah, 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 nah. Nah, 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 nah. I got what it takes, got what it takes. I don't wanna slice, want the whole cake. Make the money move, that's my forte. Then I'ma take off for the whole day. I'm just weighing all my options. Looking at my watch, hit me back when it's popping. I've been on top cause my stock never dropping. And this is for the ones that been watching. Boss up. Come on, boss up. Come on, boss up. Come on, boss up. Never been down on my luck. Boss up. Come on, boss up. Come on, boss up. Come on, boss up. Never been down on my luck to the
I'm not gonna lie. I wish Al Gore would hydrate Northwest Arkansas right now because of the dust situation that we got going on. But we're not worthy yet, and so maybe if we all get down like the guys on Wayne's World, be like, we're not worthy. Maybe they'll drop some rain over it. I don't know, but I can tell you one thing, man. I really do appreciate the group over at Nasty's Float Shop. Kids back on a one wheel. Hit a new top speed, 10.5 mile an hour. That's not bad for 8 years old, man.
Yeah, it's good.
He had a couple tumbles, falling like a pro, not getting injured, and he just getting up and getting back on, man. So,
awesome.
If you have the opportunity to make it out there, if you have the interest, hit up Nasty's Float Shop. NWA One Wheel, man, they will get you lined up, give you some instruction, make sure that you're safe before you go riding, and you can get out there. Yeah, I mean, I like sharing the stoke, man. That's what they call it, sharing the stoke. You get out there and you get people like energized. I was on the Greenway. I was talking to a gentleman. I said, he's like, it looks so fun, and I was like, do you want to try? He's like, I'll probably break my neck. He's like, do you have any boarding experience? None whatsoever. I said, yeah, you'll probably break your neck, but I'm still willing to get you on the grass and get you up on this thing and show you. He's like, maybe next time I see you, because I see him probably a couple times a week while we're riding the Greenway.
Oh,
but
okay.
that's what it's about, is sharing this experience, because it is a life-changing experience. Getting out there and stress relief, workout, whole nine yards. So I wanted to touch base on that real quick, like we always do after those videos. Gonna have to put together a new video. I think got to show more of the fun, more of the team, and we'll move beyond that one video.
Yeah, and there's some good videos out there too. I've been watching them on the one wheel.
So we went to the mayoral candidate. Come on,
yeah, we did,
and that was an experience in itself.
That's an understatement.
Being there, but
I think a lot of people are happy that we were there. But hey, what are you going to do?
Well, it is what it is. We just make it was the worst of times, it was the best of times. It is what it is, right? You could pontificate on how somebody shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? No, I roll with the punches. That's how I live my life. Unlike probably my biggest fan, but whatever. So what I'm gonna say is I think we kind of preempted everybody and let them know that we were gonna be sitting down and talking with Randy after this mayoral forum, and we did. Yeah. And I just say we break into that segue. Y'all ready? I'm ready. Yeah. You ready? I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Are y'all ready? That's the question. Are our viewers ready? Here we go. Little breakdown. Talking with Randy Murray. Mark, there was a mayoral candidate forum on Monday out at Lake Point. We did some prep work on Sunday to try to verify our internet quality, and I think overall it was a success. I was really excited to sit down in that and record some video and listen to the questions and the responses. Some of the questions, I don't know, they were, the ACC white fence thing. I mean, the city's the city, the ACC's the ACC. We probably could have gone with a better question to ask the mayoral candidates, but it is what it is. We make the best situation of any situation that we go through.
Yeah, absolutely.
We showed up. I showed up around 5. You showed up around 5:25-ish. We weren't able to gain access until 5:30. Once we got in there, we kind of got pushed to the middle back of the room. So our camera angles are not optimal, but overall, it was a success. We captured the moment. We captured the audio. And we will touch base on that a little bit later in the show. But I want to bring Randy Murray on and break down some stuff that I guess, I was made aware of during that mayoral candidate session through the other candidates. And I want to kind of poke and get some information from Randy and obviously touch base with him. We told him we would touch base with him as this progresses. And so if you're cool, let's go ahead and bring on Randy.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Awesome. How's it going, Randy?
Good. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, is the
Yeah,
campaign
happy to have you
trail
on.
treating you good?
It is. It's been a fun experience. It's mostly been very positive, and I've had a lot of fun going out, meeting new people, different activities and clubs. I mean, I've been super involved, and it's been a really positive experience. So
You're like Johnny Cash, man. You've been everywhere, man. I mean, like I see your posts. You're everywhere, man.
yeah, it's funny because people keep asking me, how are you going to be able to manage being the mayor since you own businesses? And it's like, well, I've already said that I'm willing to step away from my business, in a very significant way. And I'm thinking, do you not realize that I'm already doing this?
Yes.
And I'm willing to step away from my business far more in the future, as the mayor than I already have. But just as a candidate, like, how do you think I go to 5 different activities in a day, still knock doors and do all this other stuff? Like, I've got a lot of flexibility already. So
You're doing it like we say in the one wheel or the EUC world. You're just full sending it, man. And I love that energy about you. You seem to be like, if you're dedicated to something, you're dedicated to it. You're going in on it.
absolutely.
So there was a couple of moments during the Mayoral Forum, but I just want to get your overall take on, how do you feel that the Mayoral Forum went? Did you like the format? Did you like the layout of the room, the questions? Were you happy with the overall production value of it that the Democratic Gazette and the Bella Vista Community Television conducted?
Yeah, I thought it was well done. I didn't know what to expect. I mean, I've been to several political forums before, and I actually like a forum versus a debate. I don't like the negative energy. I don't like the fighting and the nastiness and the snide comments. I don't like the interrupting and stuff that happens a lot more during a debate. I felt like forum's a better format to just kind of keep it clean, and so I appreciated that. I think the hosts were gracious. The moderator did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I was happy with the overall event. I thought the questions were, really pretty relevant. There was the one about the library. I was surprised with that one, but it was a great question. I didn't think the library would come up during it, but we have a fantastic library, and I guess somebody was interested and passionate about it. They took questions from the audience, so I thought, well, that's cool that they asked that. So anyway, it was a really good experience. So
Yeah, I mean, I echo the sentiment from all the candidates that we have a great library. I mean, like my son, man, they do that book challenge, and man, he knocking that thing out 30 days into summer, man. I mean, he's reading all the book challenges. I mean, that's a staple in our household. We don't do a lot of screen time. We do reading time. I think Dad's probably the only one that gets a lot of screen time, but it is what it is.
Well, I think our library's done such a great job staying relevant. As so many kids out there just get more and more screen time, and they do less books. I mean, our library has figured out ways to do cool stuff and stay relevant. I mean, I pointed out in the forum, the metal detectors, like, what a cool thing. What an adventure. Like, you don't have to own a metal detector. You just have to have a library card, and you can go check one out for free. And so I think it's cool that our library is doing that. Plus, our library is just beautiful. I mean, it is a beautiful building. It's tucked back in the woods and has cool little pieces of art. I mean, I said, I love the fireflies on it, and I think they're beautiful. They have these, they're the artistic metal fireflies. They light up. I mean, it's a special place.
Oh, and they have the meeting room, so if you wanted to have an informal meeting with somebody, but you want that privacy. I mean, I've done that. I've done that with the Vet Wall Council. I've met with them and had discussions with them about projects, and so it's a really great resource here in the community. I think more people need to go and check it out too, because like the movie collection's really good. The book, I mean, there's interesting Arkansas history books in there. And it's just a great experience when you go in there. Everybody's friendly and helpful. And then, man, I mean, that summer reading challenge, I mean, my wife got some socks for reading all of her books and stuff. I mean, it's a nice little amenity that we have. And I mean, everybody needs to take advantage of it, for sure.
Yeah, I think they have 5,000 BBBs. I think that's what they told me.
That rivals the old school Blockbusters. If you're old enough to remember Blockbuster.
Yeah, that's right. And they're free, so you can go check one out the library card. So yeah, they check out a lot of DVDs. So
the one thing you brought up during the Mayoral Forum was that people were driving to Jane, Missouri, or they're driving to Hiawassee or Bentonville coffee, and that you don't drink coffee, which I gotta respect a guy with this much energy who's not drinking caffeine. But, I don't know how you're doing it, buddy, but because I gotta have that caffeine every day. But I've seen some comments about the signage as well, and I got wrote up by the I got a warning for having my RV after Amped Electric games at my house while I was cleaning it and getting it prepped to take to storage. Little overzealous because I'm a target of opportunity being house on the street, but that's cool, whatever. I have storage. So took the RV out, and it's out towards the Hiawassee way. And I was like, man, Randy's been to work out here. He's been to work out here all the way on Hiawassee. And so you brought it up that people are actually driving out to Hiawassee for coffee. I think there is a little coffee shack out there. There's some business in Hiawassee. The Hiawassee Hilton is called the restaurant. Sure. And so, is that strategically placed by you to put these signs outside of Bella Vista because, people are traveling out because of the lack of commercial development here?
Yeah. So, great question. I put signs there for a lot of reasons. One, I know a lot of people in that area, and two, Hiawassee got annexed by Gravit, and Gravit doesn't have political sign ordinances like Bella Vista does. So, my friends in Hiawassee can put a big sign in their yard, where in Bella Vista, a residential yard can only have a 5 square foot sign. And so I could put signs up out there earlier because in Bella Vista, you can only put up a sign 60 days before the election. So I can put one up in Hiawassee 90 days before an election or 75 days before the election. So it was, kind of gave me an advantage to go ahead and put signs up. I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people in and around the community. I've done business with a lot of people. And so, when you see my signs out there, it's people I already knew. It's people that are friends of mine. Some of them I go to church with, some of them or people that I know from work or through work or from just other business dealings. And so it's I have a lot of good relationships with a lot of people, and I have a lot of people that want to support me, and people that live out there that, hey man, I can't vote for you, but I'd love you to put a sign in my yard, they've been really supportive. And so I'm happy to put signs in their yard. Plus Bella Vista only has a few ways, because Cooper has the spike strips all around Bella Vista. There's only a handful of ways to funnel in and out of Bella Vista. And so if it gives you an opportunity, people are driving by there. And so people that are bothered by the fact that I have signs outside of Bella Vista, well, you saw them, didn't you? So,
I love it, man. Yeah. And it's, part of being a mayor is actually thinking strategically and how to accomplish more with, the resources that you have. So I applaud you on the efforts. And like I said, I was like, man, Randy's been to work out here, man. I love it. But it's like you've put in the work, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mark, I think the next question is up for you on the combining lots.
Yeah, so there was a lot of conversation going on. We've had issues here. Majority of the lots out here on septic, and the combining the lots came up, and I know that's been a major issue, but it would alleviate a lot of things, especially failed septic systems, being able to combine those lots and be able to run more lateral lines and be able to make it so it's functional. So I know right where it stands now, there's a few people that can get it done. Right now, you got to kind of go to Cooper and ask for some mercy, and whatever day it is, they can decide if they want to do it or they don't want to do it. That's what it comes down to, basically at this point. But I think it's a great question. I think it's something that we really need to take a look at, not only the lateral lines, but most lots out here are a third an acre. Maybe they're lucky to be able to build a 3-bed, 2-bath. Some of these people want a 4-bed, 3-bath, and maybe a 3-car garage, and a third of an acre just isn't going to get that done right now. So I know there was conversation about it. I know that's something we really need to take a look at it, because it'd be able to help people build in their house and also help failed septic systems.
Yeah, so that's actually an idea that I suggested during the forum, and it's something that I've been talking about for quite a while. It's to me, it's a fantastic thing. Cooper actually, the process is kind of slow to get that done, but Cooper's in favor of it. The caveat is that you have to continue to pay the POA dues. So when you combine the lots, they're not truly ever merged into one lot. What they do is they release the easements on it and redraw the easements around it to where the easements are around and the setbacks are around the outside perimeter of it. And so it frees you up to build across the two lines, but they stay
Right.
multiple lots forever. Now they can't be unseparated once you've built across them. And so how it works is if you want to combine three lots and build a nice big house and a detached garage and that kind of thing and have room for a swimming pool and a septic field and all of that in Bella Vista, you can do it. The process is just slow and expensive right now. And I'd like to streamline that to encourage people to do more of that because now there isn't if you have a single like you said, if you have a single house on a single lot, your lot usually isn't big enough to have a secondary field. And so our septic systems are already designed bigger because we don't usually have space for a septic field. And so a normal septic system is 150 gallons per person for the first, or for 150 gallons for the first bedroom, 100 gallons for the second bedroom, and 50 gallons for each additional bedroom. In Bella Vista, we do 150 gallons for each bedroom. And so it allows for us to have bigger septic fields that are designed to handle more of a load than they are in the rest of the state. Now, the benefit of that for us is that our septic systems generally function, very well because they're designed to be kind of more robust than in a normal scenario. But the downside is we don't usually have space for a secondary field. And so combining the lots would create enough space to have a secondary field and would also give you the ability to build a bigger, nicer house and kind of more estate style homes, have a bigger yard and that sort of thing. And so I'd like to streamline that process, for a lot of reasons. One of the things that I hear a lot of people is, they're so worried about the growth. And when there's 3,006 counties in the United States, and Benton County is the 34th fastest growing county in the entire nation.
Wow.
People are moving into Benton County at rates that are unprecedented.
Yeah.
Bella Vista is growing. Bella Vista is going to grow, and there's nothing we can really do to stop the growth. I think that we've made efforts in the past to try to slow down the growth, and all trying to slow down the growth with more legislation, all that really does is lower our property values. And when we lower our property values, people look around and they're like, oh man, it's way cheaper to build in Bella Vista. So they try to build in Bella Vista. And so you encourage growth by trying to discourage growth when you do what we're doing. And so what I'd like to do isn't get more people here and build up Bella Vista to this big macro city as fast as possible. I mean, I don't want that either. I like the way Bella Vista is and the way Bella Vista feels. The problem is that Bella Vista is going to grow, and there's little to nothing we can do to stop the growth. And so we need to be smart about developing and managing growth and combining lots. If there's 30,000 lots in Bella Vista, and there's 20,000 of them available, if people combine them into 2 and 3 lots, we end up ultimately having nicer, bigger yards and less homes in Bella Vista. And so people that are worried about, oh man, Murray wants to streamline all the building and speed up all the building. Well, I don't want to speed up all the building. I want to build smart. I want Bella Vista to stay nice. I want Bella Vista to not feel overbuilt. I don't want Bella Vista to have, ridiculous growing pains because we let a ton of one thing happen and we stopped another thing from happening. So I think we need to be smart about how we grow. And I think streamlining and speeding up the process to merge lots encourages people to go ahead and do that and have a bigger yard and a little nicer house.
Yeah.
Well, I agree, and it also preserves our green space. I mean, because you that is a concern of some residents is about the growth and the amount of deforestation that's clear and build lots. So this preserves some of that tree, the tree space, and you might have to clear a little section of your lot to get that septic and the lateral lines put in, but you still have a wooded lot next.
That's exactly right. Because right now, to clear the lot for building and clear the lot for septic, you've cleared the entire lot. And
Yes.
so the only free buffer between you and the next guy is maybe a strip of common property. But you're exactly right. I mean, you can leave a lot of trees if you have more space to build your house in your lateral field. It just makes sense.
Yeah, and that's one thing, I mean, that's one thing I like about where I live. I do have the common property, and then I do have a wooded lot next to us. I think somebody was actually out there surveying. So, oh no, don't feel too close to, but I'm like, I wanted an opportunity to buy the lot, but
Yeah.
that passed. So, commercial development was another topic that was brought up during the mayoral forum. And I think you had put it kind of best is before we were a city, our commercial properties were at a higher rate than where we've been now. So what tools do you believe you have in your bag to create a commercial boom in Bella Vista?
Yeah, and I don't know that I want some big commercial boom, but I want a smart, safe, stable economy in Bella Vista. And so I'm having a lot of people misunderstand what I want on this. I feel like most people are on board. I think there's probably a handful of people that intentionally misunderstand me, but um, what when I look around in Bella Vista, uh, and I think a lot of people see it, but they just don't connect the dots on what's really happening. But our local economy is shrinking, and the argument to that is, well, yeah, but our tax revenues keep going up. Well, our tax revenues keep going up because one, there's so much inflation, and taxes are a percentage of expenditures. And so if you pay 4 times as much for a 2x4 and you're charging the same percentage of tax, you get 4 times as much tax from that 2x4. And so if you have high inflation and a booming economy, you see good tax revenues. Plus, we just keep raising taxes. So we doubled our city portion of sales tax in the last election cycle. The state created an internet sales tax, and after the internet sales tax was created, that's when we doubled the sales tax. And so we are collecting way more sales tax revenue than ever, just because we're collecting at a way higher percentage than ever. We increased the millage a few years ago, and so we're collecting more property tax than ever. And Benton County is booming, and so because Benton County is booming, we're getting more of our kickback from the county than we ever did. And so our local tax income seems really good right now, but it is money that is based on increasing taxes and a booming economy. My concern is that we're going into a recession.
Okay.
And so when we go through a recession, prices will start to fall because demand is down and supply is up. And so if your 2x4 goes from $12 to $3, then you're getting 400% less tax from that 2x4, and you're selling a lot less 2x4s. And so it's a
Exactly.
double whammy. We get a lot less tax in a recession because there's a lot less being sold and you're getting a lot less from it. And so we need to do things to collect more of our local sales tax dollars and keep our sales tax dollars in Bella Vista. Right now, people drive into Bentonville and spend money. People drive, and when they drive into Bentonville and spend money, some of that money stays in the county, some of that money stays in the state, but the city sales tax portion of that, we get none of that.
And that was something that was brought up by one of the other candidates, Randy, was that there was a percentage of taxes that come into Bella Vista that are, any dollar that's spent in the county comes to Bella Vista. And that didn't really make much sense, but I heard it, I think at least 2 times during the mayoral candidate forum. And I mean, can you break that down? Is Benton County subsidizing Bella Vista in some fashion?
Yeah, so I can explain that. So okay, so our tax rate's 9.5. Our sales tax rate in Bella Vista is 9.5%. So 6.5% of every dollar spent goes to the state. 1% goes to the county, and 2% stays or is a city sales tax that stays in Bella Vista. Then if it's that the money spent at a restaurant, there's an additional 1% for the A&P tax that goes to Bella Vista for A&P tax on restaurants. And there's an additional 2% on short-term rentals and lodging. So, but from the 1% of the county, how the state law is that the county, depending on what percentage of the county is incorporated and unincorporated, the county has to give the incorporated percentage back to the cities. And so Benton County has a 1% sales tax, but 85% of Benton County is incorporated. And that means that Benton County has to give back 85% of the sales tax that they collect from the county back to the cities in the county. And so we are collecting sales tax from Benton County. And we get that. We've been getting that. The numbers are really high right now because the economy is booming, inflation's high, fuel prices are high, food's high. And so people are still spending because the recession hasn't hit you as bad as it might. But people are still spending money right now like crazy, and the prices are high. And so the sales tax revenues are really high. And so we are getting some kickback from the county. The problem is that is not as much as what we get when we spend money here. So if we get 0.85% of the money back from Benton County, but if it's spent here in Bella Vista, just on a regular purchase, we get 2.85%. And if it's a restaurant, we get 3.85%. If it's a short-term rental, we get 4.85%. And so just a regular, like if you go to Allen's grocery store and you buy your groceries at Allen's, we get 335% more of that tax revenue than if you'd shop somewhere else. And so because 2.85% is 335% more than 0.85%. And so it's a lot more money that stays in our pockets if we shop locally.
Well,
So
I talk with a lot of people though, and because of inflation and the high tax rates, they're not shopping locally. They're driving up to Missouri, a totally another state. So it does sound like it would benefit Bella Vista to start, to start trying to develop commercial properties that are smart for our communities, smartly placed, and an asset to the community. As far as like providing, if we had a Lowe's here, right? I think that would benefit, but our closest Lowe's is where? Right, right over there in Bentonville. It's like you could throw a rock at it from Bella Vista, but
and that's one of the things that I think is so funny because I hear all the time, well, Bella Vista just can't support businesses, and I'm thinking, well, if that was true, why would Lowe's put a Lowe's right outside of our border?
Right there. It's on your front porch.
Well, we can't support a McDonald's. Oh, yeah, we can. We can support two. We've got one about 100 yards out of Bella Vista in two directions. Pick a side. We are not. We support businesses. We just don't support them inside of our city limits. And so, what I'd like to see is more business inside of our city limits. And I don't want it to become over commercialized. I don't want this to feel like Bentonville. I don't want it to feel like Rogers. But when you look around, I think everybody, people are like, oh, it was so much nicer 10 years ago. Well, we had a lot more business 10 years ago. Look at across the street from the police and fire station at Town Center. Those buildings are gone.
Yep.
That was more than one commercial.
There's a lot of them gone over there now.
The big commercial strip right next to Harps, that's gone, bulldozed to the ground. The movie theater is gone, and Bella Vista supported the movie theater for decades.
Oh yeah, the movie theater was a nice asset. The closest place you got to go now is Rogers.
Yes. Well, and then all those buildings across the street from Allen's, all those commercial buildings are about to get bulldozed down, and so there have been a few new businesses come in. Fat Tires building a bike shop. Yep. Shredders is putting in a restaurant, but they're putting it in a restaurant that already had a restaurant once upon a time as well. And so it isn't a new building, but it is a new business. and then Whole Dermatology built a new building. And those are the two new commercial buildings, that we've had really since, I don't know what the one before that was, maybe the Mercy Clinic. And so
well, and Harp's upgraded. Harp's upgraded.
Yeah, but
that was already established.
Yep.
Yeah, you're not seeing like businesses pop up left and right. And so, I think based off the information you just told us about, relying on that tax bit, that kickback from the county, man, if we, once inflation really starts to level and things start to tank, it's not smart it's not a winning bet to say, let's keep spending at this rate, but when if we're relying on tax revenue as being our cash cow and a recession happens, the city may end up being bankrupt.
The problem is none of that is in our control. We can't control really what happens in Benton County, but we can control what Bella Vista. And we've done a great job, expanding our police department. We've done a great job expanding our fire. We're starting to really, the last 2 years, we've been paving roads at a way more sustainable rate. We've expanded our city's infrastructure. We have more employees now than ever, and they're getting paid better now than they were several years ago. But we have to pay for that somehow, and increasing taxes is not how I want to pay for it. And I see that we do it. We increased the millage. We increased it from 3.5 mills to 4 mills. Yep. And it's 3.97 mills. But the only reason it's 3.97 mills is because the county did a rollback, because the assessments for your property went up so much that the way they have it set up is that if it automatically does a rollback, if the amount of money that the city's going to receive from the assessments goes up by more than 10%. And so, even though it went from 4 mills to 3.97 mills, you're going to be paying 10% more for your property than you were before. And so,
because they just reassessed everybody's property. So it's, oh my goodness. And I mean, on top of it, they reassess using kind of the inflation rates as well. So
that's exactly what they did. So,
wow.
I think those are great points with the taxes too. You can't put the burden on people. There's people on fixed income right now. I mean, we are in a bona fide recession. There's no doubt in my mind. How bad it gets, we don't know. But I think you made a great point. In the last few years, the real estate market's been on fire. Everything's been growing by leaps and bounds, yet we've been kind of flatlined here. So we definitely have to build up the infrastructure. We know this area is a growth area, so we're going to have to expand the roads. We're going to have to expand the infrastructure. And if we don't get those commercial properties and expand, maybe do an industrial park or something like that, we're going to get left behind. There's no doubt,
Yeah. Potholes still happen whether the city's rich or the city's poor. And so, there's expenditures that the city has, and we need to have a way to pay for it. And I don't have control over what the state does. I don't have control over what the county does, but we need to have control over what Bella Vista does. And you don't have to shop local, but if we had some options for you, hopefully you would want to, and we can keep some of that money here. I also think, one of the big complaints I hear about mountain biking is, people come to Bella Vista to ride their bikes. They drive on our roads, and then they leave and they shop in Bentonville. Okay, well, let's fix that. Let's get some options for them for stuff to buy here. There's very few ways to do anything or any kind of retail spending in Bella Vista. I don't know what they think is going to happen. Well, you could come here and go to one of our, a dermatologist or an eye doctor or an ear doctor when you're in Bella Vista, but we don't get sales tax from that anyway. We need to have a way to capture some of that money that's coming into Bella Vista, because the studies show that an out-of-town mountain biker spends about $255 per day in when they come here. And so, if it's a group of 5 guys, that's a lot of money per day. And so if
but you got to get them to go to the historical museum to buy a T-shirt, Randy.
Maybe they do. If you're riding in Bella Vista and you want a T-shirt, there's not very many places that do it. And so, maybe they do. But, the reality is we need to start capturing some of that money. And the thing is Bella Vista citizens are spending money.
Mm-hmm.
We are paying taxes. It's not that we're not paying taxes. We are definitely paying the taxes. We are spending it on businesses, but we're just spending it outside of Bella Vista. And so other places are benefiting. The state of Missouri thanks Bella Vista for all the taxes that we pay. And McDonald
I'll be honest. I shop in Bella Vista. I do shop in Bella Vista. I love shopping at Harps. I buy my gas at the Phillips 66 because it's a small.
Sure.
It's not a huge franchise. That it's convenient for me and my daily travels. CVS I'm another fan of CVS. But I try to shop local to Bella Vista when I shop. If I'm out shopping or it's on online purchase.
Sure. Yeah, it was tricky because there's some things you just can't buy in Bella Vista. Where do you buy your clothes in Bella Vista? There aren't very many options. Where do you buy your shoes in Bella Vista? There aren't any options. When you guys want to buy cameras and microphones for your podcast, where do you get them?
Best Buy and Rogers,
Rogers, you got to drive 2 towns away for that one. Yep. So, and I think that's part of it is we just don't have a lot of options. We have a couple great grocery stores. We have several gas stations. We have a handful of restaurants, and there just are not a lot of ways to spend money in Bella Vista. And so we're spending the money. We're just going outside of Bella Vista to do it. And so, I don't want to commercialize Bella Vista, but we've got commercial buildings right now with tons of vacancy.
Yep.
They bulldozed down that building right there next to Harps, but the other building's about half empty. And so, and I'm an optimist. I would say half full, but it doesn't seem half full when we're talking about business. It
wasn't half. And I really missed the buffet over there. I really missed it. I loved eating there, but I have found the Top China over. I love their beef lo mein there, so I'm a fan of the Top China here in Bella Vista too.
Okay. Well, I gotta say, we've got some good restaurants locally. Cafe USA. It's in there where the Chinese restaurant was, and man, it is. If you haven't been there,
I haven't been there yet. I haven't really thought about going to a cafe in years, though.
Yeah, Cafe USA, they sell the best breakfast burgers. I mean, it's a great place. B List is a great place. Mm-hmm. El Pueblito, we go into there quite a bit. I mean, we have some good restaurants. We don't have very many, but we have some really good restaurants, and so yeah.
I would definitely have to check out that Cafe USA. You said breakfast burger, right?
Yeah. Oh, they have all things breakfast and all things burgers.
Nice. I'm gonna have to hit that up then.
It's good. It's worth the trip. So yeah.
Awesome.
Well, Randy, we really thank you for your time coming in. Obviously you've been busy with your campaign and the mayoral forum this week. But any final thoughts on where you go from here? I mean, you got what, 32 days left, man.
33 days. Yeah, it's coming pretty fast. So yeah, I've been going pretty hard since January. I started knocking doors the week of the primaries, and in May, I think the goal is to have 5,000 doors knocked by election day. Wow. And so I'm tracking pretty strong for that. And then I try to go to every activity I can find and every group and club, and I've met tons of new people and had a lot of fun and made a lot of new friends. It's been a really positive experience, and so just keep going strong. I mean, the goal is to keep building up and to peak here between now and the election, and just keep going strong. So
awesome. Hey, Randy, we appreciate you. We appreciate you running for the mayor, and we look forward to seeing more of you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Yep, and feel free to reach out if you got any updates. You're always welcome to pop in or call in or come on. We are a resource for anybody trying to do great things for Bella Vista.
Okay, thank you.
All right, have a wonderful night, and we'll talk to you soon.
Take care, Randy.
Yeah, thanks.
It must be the way I walk. It must be the way I talk. I got something to say, and I can keep going for days. down on my luck to the.
Hydrate, kids. We out of here. We'll see you next week.
Everybody, come take my hand, come take my hand. We'll walk this road together.